major development that is coming from the islands of North Atlantic Ocean, a very good friend of USA. How close we will see. We will delve into this deep relationship. A very good friend of USA has agreed to recognize Palestine. Now, that is a very significant change in the dynamics of international relations, of in the dynamics of how Europe takes the entire Israel-Palestine issue. Hello and welcome to Legacy IS Academy. In today's video, we are going to discuss one of the most important news of today, that UK has also announced that they will recognize Palestine by the month of September, when the United Nations General Assembly meet takes place, if Israel doesn't declare a ceasefire in the Israel-Gaza region and the war in Gaza doesn't stop. There are certain conditions under which United Kingdom has declared that if these conditions do not follow, UK government will formally recognize Palestine. In today's video, we will be delving into the interpretations of this discussion. We will be delving into what does this basically mean. If UK is ready to recognize Palestine, what does it mean? Why is it so significant for international relations? Why is it going to change the entire way we have studied or understood the international relations? Because the dynamics with respect to relationships, with respect to who is a friend and who is an enemy, has changed, and the European nations are just looking for peace in Gaza. So let us begin our discussion with this news that UK is ready to announce. The Prime Minister of UK, Starmer, has declared that UK will announce Palestine as a separate country, will recognize Palestine as a separate country, although there are other countries who have already recognized. But it is very unique if UK does this. UK has agreed that they will recognize Palestine by the month of September, when the United Nations General Assembly meet takes place, if the following three conditions are not followed. So these three conditions are basically meant for Israel. What are the three conditions? The first condition is the establishment of a ceasefire in Gaza. So the first demand that UK has created, that if by September you do not declare a ceasefire, if the ceasefire is not ensured on ground by September, then UK will announce Palestine as a separate country. Additionally, the second criteria that they have mentioned is commitment to halting the annexation of territory in West Bank. So Israel has time and again, over a large period of time, has tried to conquer territories close to West Bank. If this annexation of territories doesn't halt, is not stopped by Israel, then UK would be bound to declare and recognize Palestine as a separate country. And the third condition is, Israel must pledge to work towards peace. They must establish peace and must agree to a two-state solution. Israel so far has not agreed for a two-state solution, which was proposed by United Nations in 1967 itself, that these territories shall belong to Palestinian Liberation Authority, and these territories shall be belonging to Israel in the entire territory which Israel largely claims. So this two-state solution since then has not been accepted. UK has recently proposed that if this two-state solution, whatever you have agreed in 1967, then not agreed, then agreed in 1998, any one of them, two-state solution and a declaration of a separate country or a declaration of a separate region for Palestine, if it is not done, then UK will be one such country who will shift to recognize Palestine. But UK has also very clearly stated this matter, that whatever the conditions we are keeping up for Israel, this is very independent for the conditions that we have kept for Hamas. UK has also clarified that Hamas must not play any role in the government of Palestine. UK says that we do not recognize Hamas. We are talking about Palestinian. We are talking about the Palestinian population, and Hamas is a terrorist group and they must not play any role in the politics, in the government of Palestine. Additionally, UK has also asked Hamas to disarm. They have also asked Hamas to proceed with a ceasefire, agree for a ceasefire and go for disarmament. Additionally, immediately they must release all the Israeli hostages that they have taken up in October 7th attack of 2023. So these conditions UK has put up on the Hamas itself. So if UK is not ready to recognize Hamas, then what is the political authority that UK will recognize to in Palestine? It is the Palestinian Liberation Organization. Palestinian Liberation Organization was initiated by a very important leader by the name Yasser Arafat. Yasser Arafat had been responsible for establishment of peace and establishment of peaceful negotiations as well between Palestine and Israel. When Yasser Arafat was heading the Palestinian Liberation Organization, the entire region of Palestine was in good peace with Israel and the people were staying happily. But after his death in 2004, when Yasser Arafat died, there was uprising and Palestine, the entire politics of Palestine got divided into peaceful Fatah party and a very dreadful political party which later on turned towards armament also, and that is Hamas. ठीक है? So Palestinian Liberation Organization, UK is ready to recognize. Now comes another important news that UK is not the first country who is fed up of the amount of war, the amount of battles Israeli Defense Forces have fought in the region. Just a week back, France had also declared, and France under no condition. France had only stated that if Israel doesn't stop and declare a ceasefire in Gaza, they will also be one such country who will declare Palestine as a separate country, who will recognize Palestine as a separate country. So initially it was France amongst the very close allies of USA. It was the first country, France, a week back, who had also stated that they are also ready to recognize Palestine by the month of September in United Nations General Assembly meeting, and very recently it was done by UK also. So now talking about this part of this interpretation, why is this so significant if France says so or UK says so? Because it has been so many countries. Approximately more than 140 members of 198. There are totally 198 members in General Assembly. More than 140 members out of these 198 have agreed to recognize, they have already recognized Palestine as a separate country. तो जब इतनी countries recognize कर चुकी है, तो फ्रांस और यूके अगर कुछ बोल भी थे, तो how is it so important? What is the implication and what is the interpretation of statements coming from Starmer or for that matter Emmanuel Macron also from UK and France respectively? So talking about the depth in relationship of what France or UK holds with respect to USA, this depth in relationship is such that they are some of the closest of allies we have known since Second World War. France, UK, US, these, or for that matter Germany, these are Germany later on, Germany over a period of time developed, but Japan, Germany, US, UK, Australia, Canada, these have been the pillars of economic development. These are the G7 nations. And both France as well as UK are not only the members of G7, they are also the members of NATO. In fact, US and UK are so close that their intelligence sharing group have also created a separate alliance, a separate organization called the Five Eyes Alliance. So US and UK intelligence sharing, maybe information share kar raha hai. It is that deep friendship between US and UK. Both these countries are largely, although France is not part of Five Eyes Alliance, but these countries are very good friend of USA. Additionally, UK has been one such country. If we talk about 1948, UK was the first country who had declared Balfour Declaration, and this is a major shift from Balfour Declaration. What was this declaration? In 1948, UK had announced that we do agree and understand that the Jewish population also needs a house and a home, and we are ready to provide them their home in their piece of land, that is Jerusalem. So during Balfour Declaration, United Kingdoms had declared that we are there to stand for the population of Jews, and these population are and should be allowed to reside in Jerusalem itself. So from that time, since 1948, when UK declared in Balfour Declaration, this is a major shift where right now UK is itself asking for a separate piece of territory for Palestinian population as well. Because since then, and especially after the rise of Benjamin Netanyahu, and I would say the last nail on the coffin being October 7th attack of Hamas over the Israeli territory, the retaliations by Israeli Defense Forces and led by, of course, the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has been so severe that the entire region of Gaza Strip, the entire region of Palestinian population is expected to suffer one of the worst famine that humankind has ever seen. This has been the statement of United Nations. United Nations has warned the world that Palestine is about to see a famine that human civilization has not seen. As of now, if we talk in terms of just statistics, 1 in 5 children are malnourished in Palestine. That is way higher than the malnourishment percentage in the countries, some of the poorest of the countries in Africa. So this has been that is the implication, and that is the interpretation of UK recognizing Palestine. Additionally, if we talk about all the previous governments in UK, the most recent government, that is the Starmer government, who has agreed to recognize Palestine. Excepting this government, if we talk about all the previous government, they have always quoted about the right time, and Starmer says that this is the right time. The previous governments of UK had stated that they will be ready to recognize Palestine, let the right time come. Starmer, in a bold statement today morning, has stated that that right time has come. Now, if the ceasefire doesn't stop, UK will be one such country who will switch. So, which all countries in Europe has switched? All the countries that are marked green are those countries who have already recognized Palestine. The ones that are marked blue are those countries who have so far not recognized Palestine. But one such country amongst them, France, has already warned by September they will recognize Palestine. UK has also warned that by September they will recognize Palestine. Norway, as late as 2024, has recognized Palestine. So European countries may be, apart from US also, we have discussed this in our previous videos, that United States, maybe the student population has shown some kind of fatigue to showing support to Benjamin Netanyahu or Israeli government. So is the case with Europe as well. Europe is also exhibiting some kind of fatigue, that there is enough is enough. That is what was the statement from Starmer today morning, that enough is enough, now we need to stop this. And that shows that Europe is also exhibiting some kind of fatigue by showing continuous support to Netanyahu's government, who has invested huge sums of money to conquer territories in West Bank and kill down the population of Palestine. This is the global picture of all those countries world over who recognize Palestine versus who does not recognize Palestine. All the countries that are marked in red color so far do not recognize Palestine. But all the countries that are marked in green color, that's why I said out of 198 nations, more than 140 have so far recognized Palestine. It is a very small set who have not recognized Palestine so far. And that is I would say, some of the closest allies of USA. And that is also showing the signs of fatigue, such as UK and France. Obviously, as a consequence to all of this, the reactions from the government of Israel has not been very positive. The Netanyahu's government has criticized this statement from Starmer, from the Prime Minister of UK, stating that Starmer rewards Hamas's monstrous terrorism and punishes its victim. Benjamin Netanyahu also goes ahead to state that a jihadist state on the border of Israel, this is problematic for Israel today, but this will be problematic for UK tomorrow. Today will threaten the Britain tomorrow. So Britain must also be warned and very, very cautious. Benjamin Netanyahu says that they must be very, very cautious in taking such kind of decision, such kind of disastrous decision in recognizing Palestine and Hamas. But as we have clarified, that UK has also continued to maintain its stance against Hamas, that they must disarm, they must agree for a ceasefire, and of course they must not be playing any role in the government of Palestine. Appeasement towards jihadist terrorists always fails. It will fail you too, and it will not happen. So basically, Benjamin Netanyahu, the government of Israel, has criticized the decision taken by the Prime Minister of UK. So with that, we come to the end of this topic. If you have any doubt, please do let us know in the comment section below. Thank you so much and all the very best.